Chairman Powell has made it clear that the direction of travel of rates is clear, and that's rates are going down. And the question is just exactly how fast it's going to be, but there's going to have to be overwhelming evidence that the U.S. economy is experiencing a reacceleration of inflation before the Fed starts to pull back in its easing cycle. When it comes to markets, that's really important because that means the liquidity that we've seen injected into markets is likely to persist, if anything, to get better as we move into 25.
دعنا نتحدث على التجارة العالمية. ترامب قادم إلى البيت الأبيض ويوصي برفع الرسوم الجمركية خاصة على الواردات الصينية. هل تتوقع أن يؤثر ذلك على معدلات التضخم في الولايات المتحدة العام المقبل؟
Well, I think the most important thing when you think about tariff policy is just because there's campaign rhetoric that suggests that there's going to be a vast increase in the tariffs in China doesn't necessarily mean that those tariffs are going to be implemented on day one. Tariffs in many ways are a negotiating tactic intended to bring the Chinese policymakers to the table to start to negotiate and renegotiate international trade advantages to favor more the U.S. than the Far East. And so I wouldn't necessarily expect that those tariffs are going to be implemented on day one. Much more likely it's a gradual effort over the course of many years intended to put increasing pressure on the Chinese policymakers in order to get them to change their overall policy behavior.
الكل يتحدث عن العملات الرقمية أو العملات المشفرة. ما هي توقعاتك لأسواق العملات المشفرة خاصة في الولايات المتحدة في العام المقبل؟
Well, the U.S. has been constraining the crypto market from a regulatory perspective for many years. In fact, just to get something like a crypto ETF into the market, the SEC had to be sued in order to get launched. And I think Trump's suggestion that he's going to appoint Gian as the next SEC head really indicates the fact that he's committed to making the crypto industry more increasingly innovative in the United States and reducing some of those regulations. That's really a positive when it comes to all crypto assets. I think we're likely to see much more of a crypto renaissance on a forward-looking basis.